Hello. Welcome. My name's James. Who are you?
My name is Dianna. How are you?
Okay, I'm good.
Good.
I'm sitting next to you in Kings Park. We're at the State War Memorial. We're on the, is it the Whispering Wall?
We'll go with that. I believe that's
Have you heard that name? Was that
Yes.
just something I learned as a kid?
No, definitely. I've heard the name. Yeah.
Okay.
You're supposed to be able to stand from one side and someone else on the other side and
Talk.
hear the whispers.
Yeah, we're in Perth, Western Australia, the world. Dana, who are you?
Who am I?
Were you born here?
I certainly was. I was born in Perth, Western Australia. I'm 28 years old. I haven't travelled a great deal apart from this year. I work full time. I own a house.
And you have no idea who I am?
Not really. You're an Instagrammer. I've seen your photos.
All right, yeah. I know you from Instagram.
Yes.
Which means I don't actually know you.
Yes.
But I know your Instagram profile. And last week at 3 a.m, I had to chase someone out of my apartment who had broken in.
That's terrible.
Yeah. And I didn't sleep. And I didn't sleep at all for the rest of the day, just because once daylight came, I couldn't go back to sleep.
Yeah.
And the cops came and the forensics came the next day. And, you know, I was awake for like 40 hours. 48 hours? No, 40 hours. And at some point, I thought it was a good idea to message some random people on Instagram, like, you know, I haven't done enough podcasts this year. I'm going to message some randoms on Instagram and say, hey, do you want to come podcast? And you're one of those people, those poor victims.
Thank you.
And you agreed to it.
I'm glad to be one of the randoms that's on this podcast.
I don't know how I came across you on Instagram. I think on a location tag. I just happened to be walking at one spot and I just tapped the location. I posted a photo, tapped the location, saw what else was there, and one of your photos, I was looking at this particular vine that grows wild in South Perth, I think, and you had taken a photo of that vine.
Yep, I go to South Perth often.
I think it was something like that, or someone that was connected to your account, and then I followed down the rabbit hole of Instagram and found your account.
Yeah.
And I followed it, and you were doing this thing where you post every day.
That's right.
Why were you doing that?
So I did it for the whole of 2018 and half of 2019. Initially in 2018, it was a kind of like a New Year's resolution thing to appreciate every single day, no matter how busy it is and whether or not I can get outside to Kings Park, which is one of my favourite spots, or to just go for a walk around the neighbourhood. I wanted to be able to take a snapshot of my day and be able to say, yes, Monday, hectic, but look at this beautiful flower. Or Sunday, awesome sunset at Kings Park.
Was this something that was going on, like people like, I'm doing the photo a day challenge, and you're like, I'm going to do that, or did you, what?
That was definitely a thing when this Instagram pick a day came to mind, but I just kind of decided that I would set myself a challenge and post 365 pictures, and I succeeded for 2018.
Yeah, because it didn't seem like, the reason you're here is because it didn't seem like you're doing it like as to become a famous Instagram person. You were just doing it.
Yeah, I was just doing it.
Yeah.
Just to show my friends where I'm at and to show other people who might be interested what's going on around Perth.
And the thing was, is because of the Instagram algorithm, is whenever I logged on, I deleted Instagram from my iPhone because I didn't want to like be addicted to it, but I still have it on my iPad. When I open my iPad, your photo was always number one. Probably because you post every day, and as soon as I've liked it a few times, it's like, oh, you're going to like this content, man.
Yeah.
Stick around for Dianna's photos, and we'll serve you the right ads that you want.
Yep.
And because I post pictures from my walks as well, so it's like, oh, well, you have a lot in common with this person or something like that. That's how the algorithm works. It's funny how there's another person who's always on top of the stories. I don't know. She's like a friend of a friend. I don't know at all. I don't know why. I don't want to. I think I have to like mute her. You know, they've added that new mute feature, even though she's done nothing wrong.
Yeah.
But why is the algorithm always serving? And I'm always having to avoid it. But I sometimes accidentally, you know how it auto goes to the next story?
Yes.
She's always the next one from whatever. It's always trying to feed me her stuff.
Yeah. There are people out there.
I wonder if she's paying. Like, can people pay to be the next person your Instagram story feed so they always come up? I don't know.
I'm sure it's a possibility, yes.
She doesn't seem to be a business or anything.
Oh, okay.
So I might have to like just block it, even though she's done absolutely nothing wrong. She's a perfectly normal, perfectly fine person. But Instagram is so determined that she is the focus on my thing. Even though I can't even remember ever looking at one of her photos or anything.
It's good to have a break.
Yeah. You took a break.
Start fresh. I have taken
I literally had messaged you. It became a routine now. And then you just stopped. And I was like, oh no, what if she's like, jumped off a building or something?
No, I stopped after Europe.
Yeah, you went on a trip.
Yeah, mid-year. I found myself just obsessing over the photos, which one to post, which 5 to post. Do I turn this into a story? It was just too much.
Yeah.
And that was never the intention.
That's what stressed me out.
Yeah.
Just sometimes when I was looking at feed, like, you have to think of something to post. It stressed me out.
And
sometimes.
the caption and the hashtags that follow. I just wanted to post a picture and be happy with whatever silly caption it was or whatever unperfect, unfiltered image it was.
I should just set some context here. We're recording on Sunday, the 15th December 2019. We've said we were at Kings Park.
Yeah.
It's at sunset. It's gold now, magic hour.
Yeah.
But it's all smoky. Perth is like on fire.
Yeah.
But I guess that kind of enhances the atmosphere a bit, if you're into that kind of thing.
It's very busy as well. Lots of picnics happening.
I guess it's really nice weather. Like,
yeah.
Are you cold?
No, I'm not cold.
It's always good in summer when you can go out at night and you don't get cold. Last night I went down to the river. I went to the cricket a few days ago, but I was going to go every day. But they've got this giant screen out there. And I live just around the corner, so I walk over there and they play the actual cricket on the giant screen outside the thing. You can sit on the grass bank by the river. And I just sat and watched the cricket there, and it was just the most beautiful night. Then I walked around the river, ran through Claysbrook Cove, and they've got all these light-up Perth thing that everyone has to Instagram,
Yeah, yeah.
And a lot of Christmas parties going on.
Yeah.
The city felt very alive, It really comes alive in summer, Perth.
It's great. It really is. If only it could be, every day, all year round.
Yeah. So who are you? You were born. You said you're born in Perth. Mm-hmm. Then what happened?
Born
28
in Perth,
years ago.
Didn't leave Perth. Have been in Perth my whole life. Except
but what part of Perth? Are you a south of the river person,
trip.
north of the river person?
I'm south of the river.
Yeah.
Quinana area, so pretty south.
Yeah. So you grew up down around Quinana?
No, I grew up more east, near Bentley.
Okay, that's near Curtin, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I've moved south recently. Just built a house down there.
Built a house down south?
That's right.
In south of Perth? Or down south?
South, near Quinana.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. How's that going? Stressful?
It's good.
Building a house? Is it built?
It's built, yeah. It's all done.
Yeah.
It happened 3 years ago.
What was that like?
It was really fun.
Yeah?
Yeah, get to choosing, your doorknobs and all the weird and wonderful things that most people don't pay attention to. Painting and... Yeah, what kind of...
Are you doing it by yourself?
Surface. Yeah, I did all myself. Yeah.
What was that like?
It was great.
You could just do anything you want.
I could. It's all very neutral, so, if style changes in the future and I decide to sell it or rent it out, it's a blank canvas for someone to go crazy with, so...
What did you do once you move in? What do you do?
Once I moved in?
You've got a neutral canvas, like what do you add to it?
Oh, I like to go...
Can you go crazy? Now you actually have a house, it's not a rental, you don't have to worry about moving out.
Exactly, yeah. I tend to go crazy with things that are like replaceable, like cushions and rugs and things you can just kind of like put on the tables around the place, plates, flowers, all of those things. So if I'm feeling a pink mood, there'll be pink around.
Okay.
If that doesn't last, then I'll throw another colour out. Yeah.
Okay, you're in a pink mood. What's your first stop? You got to Google, go to IKEA.com.
Oh no, Kmart.
No.
Kmart.
Yeah, okay.
Kmart's the place.
I went to Kmart today. It was a big outing.
Yeah.
Got a puncture.
Yep.
On the way, had to change a tyre in 41-degree heat. So, yeah. I'm on a roll at the moment. Got house invaded. My grandfather had a heart attack.
I'm sorry.
I had a puncture. I got hit and run by a bikie. Then I got hit and run by a shopping trolley.
Oh.
And I don't know who that belonged to.
Time of year,
I just turned around and hit this
trolleys.
crash, and there's just a shopping trolley just smashed into my car.
That's terrible. Has it all happened in the last few weeks?
All in the last 3 weeks, probably a month now.
Oh my gosh.
Maybe. There's a real excitement, So I can't wait for what's next. Hopefully I have a job.
Yeah, 2020, new decade. Lots of good things will come.
So you went, where did you go to school? You go to private schools?
I did go to private school, yeah. I went to a high school in Vic Park, Ursula Frayne.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I could go past there to go to the shopping.
Yeah.
Woolworths.
Yeah.
Across the road.
Park Centre.
What was that like?
It was good.
Was that an all-girls school?
It was
boys' school?
No, it was
school?
mixed. It was mixed. It was more than 10 years ago now, so it happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have fond memories?
No.
You blocked
I
it all
just
out?
have neutral memories. Yeah.
No.
It was fun. High school.
All right.
Do you have good memories from high school?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good then.
Ups and downs, you know?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Would you ever go back? Like, was it 17 again, the movie? Was
Oh,
that...
yes. No, I wouldn't want to relive high school.
No.
I'm fine with that being over. Uni would be good. I'd like to redo uni.
Would you study the same thing?
Probably, yep. I wouldn't change what I studied. I'd probably just be more of an active student and get involved with clubs and go on exchange and do all the things that I didn't know about
Okay.
as a student.
Yeah. Because my mum's just retired and she's like, I wish I studied archaeology. And I'm like, well, you're retired now.
Wow.
Why don't you just enroll in an archaeology course?
Yeah, take a unit.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah.
There's no age restriction.
What did you study? Can I ask this?
Commerce. Human
Commerce.
resources management.
Are you a business person?
I mean, I work in an office, but I wouldn't say I'm
Do you wear
a business
a business
person.
suit?
I like to power dress, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
That's my armour.
How much does that cost? A lot of money, or is that a Kmart thing you can do as well?
Oh, no, it's not Kmart. It doesn't cost that much. It's Portman, so it's like maybe,
Yeah.
the next level up.
What were you saying about university? All the things you didn't know about. Why do you know about these things now?
I work in a university now.
Okay, here we go.
And I'm actively telling students all about these wonderful things that are available to them.
Why? Oh, because you're like a student resources.
Yeah, that's right. So I graduated from uni in 2014. Wasn't that long ago, 5 years. But a lot has changed in 5 years in terms of what job prospects are like, how
Do
competitive
people even
you
turn
need
up?
to be. To classes?
Yeah, I keep hearing from people that it's just everyone does it from home, and it's just this empty classroom.
Studying online is super popular and huge, but I mean, I'm pretty old school. I like to go to the lectures, and I encourage the students to do that as well, because you can ask questions on the spot. It's different to just listening online. But
Okay.
if you live far and you can't make it to class, then it's good to listen. Yeah.
What did you do? Like, were you part of a club at uni?
I wasn't.
No.
I wasn't a part of a club. I did some volunteering, but towards the end, only because I had to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's part of a unit.
Not a part of the unit, but a part of like community contribution. You need to be a good citizen, and it was a part of like the university.
Okay. What did you volunteer as?
I was like I don't know the word exactly, but I went to a primary school once a week, and I just kind of did reading with the students.
Okay. Are you a big reader?
Not anymore. Uni killed that for me, actually.
Yeah. This is what I'm trying to get back into. This is my big. It's not just podcasting. I'm trying to tick off before the end of the year. I set, on Goodreads you can set your target goal, and I set an ambitious goal of 5 books in a year. And I think the most I've ever done in the last 10 years is 2 books in a year. And one of them's usually like Audible, book on tape.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm at 4 books. I'm trying to unfortunately the book I picked up, I didn't check to see how long it is. And I'm a very slow reader, like 1 chapter every 3 days.
Yeah.
Now I'm stressing I'm not going to make it because there's only 2 weeks left of the year. Is it? 3 maybe.
Yeah, 2-ish weeks. Just
Pretty much
find
2
a
weeks.
thin book that has lots of pictures or something.
That's
Power
cheating
through
though.
it.
I already did that
Is it?
accidentally. I picked up 1 book that I thought was going to be long and ended up being really short. So I feel like I've already cheated a bit. It was a novella, not a novel.
Okay, yeah. Is it cheating though?
It's cheating yourself.
Oh, okay.
Dianna?
Dianna. Yeah.
What are your hobbies then? Obviously you walk, you stroll.
My hobbies do involve being outdoors because I'm indoors a lot during, 9 to 5, 8 to 5. So, go for runs, I go for walks. I just have me time, quiet time.
What do you...
I like to cook or bake, sweets.
Do you go walking with people? Other people? Just...
Yeah, depends who's around.
Yeah.
If it's been a full-on day, I probably will just keep to myself and
Do you
walk
listen to
around the neighbourhood.
podcasts or music?
Music,
Yeah.
top 40, whatever's going. Yeah.
What, like Spotify?
Spotify, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah,
So you just put anything on?
literally.
You just let Spotify pick for you?
I do indeed.
Reckless.
Let the algorithm go crazy and show me the way.
Oh my God. How does that work out? Is Spotify
99
good at that?
Yeah, 99% of the time it's pretty good.
Yeah.
Usually I start with a song that's in my mind, like it's on repeat, and then it kind of knows where to go from there.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That stresses me out, that idea of just letting I guess I kind of do that, but I usually pick a genre first.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Like, you know, it's funny, it recommends me on Friday afternoons. It's like, oh, this is what you would want to listen to on a Friday afternoon to get you psyched for the weekend.
Yeah.
So I've been listening to a bit of drum and bass, which I've never, ever listened to before in my life. Because it's like, oh, this is going to energize you for the weekend.
Does it?
Kind of does.
Yeah.
But I'm a bit sick of it already.
Okay. Weekend's over. There you go. No, you got to get into the Monday vibes.
Yeah, and now I'm in the opposite. I mean, muted jazz is my search term now.
Muted jazz?
Yeah.
I don't even know what that sounds like.
Exactly. You look at 101.7, the radio station. Ever check that out?
No.
Put that number 1 on your favourites on your car.
Okay, I'll do that.
Hot tip.
I'll do that this evening.
I used to work at a rental car company for a summer, and I programmed everyone's rental car to that.
101.7.
It's my yeah. I don't really want to spoil what it is. People need to go, if you're in Perth, or if you're out of Perth listening to this, you can check out the internet radio station on like TuneIn, 101.7 Capital FM. It'll come up.
Nice plug. Will do. I'll do it on the way home.
And I think it's run by like people who are like 80 or above. And I kind of...
That's awesome.
I kind of want to help out, like volunteer there myself if I can, or maybe you have to be maybe you have to be 70 or above to let in. There's probably some age discrimination going on there, I bet.
Can only ask.
So what are your plans? What was your trip? You did this thing, photo a day, and you're leading up to this big trip. Where'd you go?
Europe, 12 countries. It was epic.
Is that the first time?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've only ever been to Singapore and Melbourne and Sydney. That's as far as I've ever travelled in my 28 years. And then Europe was an option with a friend and took it and had a great time. Mm-hmm. Saw Italy. My family's from Italy, so I had a ball there, eating lots of food.
Do you cook Italian food? Are you talking about cooking?
Maybe, no, not so much. It's more like brownies, anything chocolatey, cupcakes.
Sweet tooth.
It's my thing. Oh, yes, big time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what did you eat in Italy?
Oh, pasta, gelato. Gelato tastes different
Do you just
in
take
Italy.
whatever's going, or do you go get the hot tip?
No, I let my stomach do the persuading.
Mm-hmm.
But really, if I had something in mind, like pizza, and I saw someone eating gnocchi, I was easily swayed, so it was fun.
I think I've only been to Italy twice, and once was only for like 2 minutes because I went through a tunnel and ended up from France and ended up in Italy, and then did a U-turn and came back. Yeah. And the other time I went to Venice, which is like, I guess, technically Italy, and I had a lot of trouble just finding an actual authentic restaurant that served local food. Yeah. Everything else is just like, sure, you can have pasta, but it's just the same bolognese that you can get anywhere else. Yeah. Did you have that problem?
I didn't. I don't know. I think I was just mesmerised.
Did you go to Venice?
Yes, we were in Venice, Pisa, Rome.
How were you travelling between places?
I did a top deck tour.
Okay.
With like 48 other people. It was...
What is that like?
Busy, certainly. Lots of personalities.
Top deck tour, does that mean like you're on the top deck of a bus?
It was a bus, yeah. We went all around Europe on a bus. It wasn't like a double-decker bus or anything. London.
Okay.
And then...
What, and you get on the underground train? Like the bus goes on the train?
I guess there was a ferry involved. We started in London, caught a ferry across...
In the bus?
In the bus.
Okay.
Legit, it's this massive ferry.
Yeah.
And tons of cars and buses are parked on there.
Was it a hovercraft?
Across to France.
I remember they used to have a hovercraft. Is that still a thing?
No, it's definitely on water.
Right, but you know what a hovercraft is?
No.
Okay. So, what's happened to the world that people don't know what hovercraft are? I watched a YouTube video about why did hovercrafts go out of fashion, and...
Is it a brand of ferry?
No, it's like a giant boat with like a suction cup on the bottom and fans on the top that just sort of flies over the water.
Oh, wow.
With like on a big cushion.
No, it was a massive...
Yeah.
I wouldn't call it a ferry, really. It was a massive boat.
Yeah,
huge boat. But they called it a ferry, so...
Was it like a proper tour bus? Like it had a toilet and stuff on it?
It did, yeah.
But you're told not to use it?
That's correct. Yes, we were. And it was all right for the most part. It was 27 days, and by day 25, people were just kind of over it, and they started to use the bathroom.
So how long were you on the bus? Like, how long does it take to get from London to the ferry place?
Oh, London to the ferry, maybe about an hour.
Do you stop anyway? No.
If it was I guess the stops would only occur if the
So you
journey
have to do your
was like
own
5
tourism in
hours.
London.
So I flew from Perth to London. I landed
Yeah.
in London. I had a day to myself and I just kind of explored. And then it was the next day at 7 a.m.
Okay.
off to France
And so they...
via a ferry.
All right. How long does the ferry take?
90 minutes. It was so quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long does it take to get to Rottnest?
I've not been to Rottnest. That's actually one of the places I want to go just so I can see a quokka.
This isn't a video podcast, but my face just went...
Yes.
I think I first went to Rottnest when I was 10 and I felt like I was the last person in the world who...
Well, now you have met the last person in the world that hasn't been to Rottnest, so there you go.
How's that happen?
I don't know how it has. I've just been doing other things, I guess. It's very bad.
What have you been doing?
I think I'm busy with work and I guess studies at one point and family.
How long was study? How long did that take?
4 years. I started in education, did not like it, went to HR.
Okay.
That was it.
Don't like kids?
I thought I did. They were young kids. It was pre-primary, it was early childhood, and then primary. If I was to go back and do it again, it would definitely be secondary.
Do you have like nephews and nieces?
I don't.
No.
No, that side of our family hasn't
So you
been born yet.
All right.
Yeah.
So you haven't like got young kids in your life?
No.
So you were just thrown in the deep end
Yes.
and discovered not for me.
That's right. Reality and expectation.
Is that
Did not
what
meet.
like you chose that in high school
I did. Yep.
to go into education?
Yeah. I definitely wanted to be a teacher because
You get school holidays off.
no, it wasn't even that. Like, primary school wasn't the best. I got bullied a bit, and there was a really awesome teacher that just kind of
Was that Ursula
this
Frame as well?
Inspiration. No, that was North Lake
Okay.
Primary School,
All right.
which is Coolabah, which doesn't even exist anymore. It was a tiny, tiny school.
Yeah, I've never heard of it.
Yeah, and I thought my teacher was just
So the school doesn't exist, or the
amazing.
suburb?
The school.
Okay. So you thought you could do better than what you had.
No, I thought I could be that inspirational teacher for someone else.
Okay.
That was what I went with as a teenager.
You're going for the Miss Honey vibe here.
Yeah, slightly.
And Beth DeWitt's in
Yeah.
Matilda. All right.
Yeah.
But you were a big bookworm. No.
Yeah, no, I was pretty smart into
Okay.
my studies.
What else were you doing as a kid? Did you play sports?
I didn't.
You obviously weren't at Rottnest.
No,
Mucking around.
I wasn't at Rottnest. Whenever there was an excursion, like Adventure World was the place to go.
Mm-hmm.
Not so much Rottnest. Or ice skating, did that a bit. Rollerways, ever heard of that place?
I could have. Sounds like something.
Yeah, it's like rollerblading.
Yeah.
This big rink, that was fun.
I kind of want to get into rollerblading.
Oh, yes.
I'm too old and tall
Oh,
to
no.
do it.
Nah, do it.
But I kind of... When I was a kid, I always wanted to rollerblade because the movie Airborne came out. Have you ever seen
yes,
that?
Yeah.
It's the greatest movie of all time.
Yeah.
With Jack Black before he was famous.
Yes,
You've heard it? You've seen it?
I have.
Best movie around.
It was good. I haven't seen it in a while, though. I wonder if it'll be on sometime soon.
I went to Home Alone at the outdoor cinema last Sunday, and that brought back a bit of... It probably came out at a similar time. A bit of nostalgia for that period.
Yeah.
And but Mum wouldn't let me have rollerblades, so I didn't have any. I think my dad eventually got some when my brother got into it, because my brother was allowed to do anything that I wasn't. Everything that I was allowed to, he was allowed to. So he got
So the
rollerblades.
younger brother.
Yes,
Yeah.
young brother.
I get that.
So my younger brother was allowed to have them because I wasn't allowed to. But my dad got some just so he could go skating with him to make sure he didn't roll in front of a car or something, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But thankfully, my feet size is kind of similar to my dad's, so I could just squeeze into my dad's rollerblades. And I did it for all 5 minutes, and I decided I was too big and gangly at that point.
Wasn't your thing.
No, well, I still want it to be a thing.
And you can. You definitely
Is there anything like that in your life that you kind of want to do, but you kind of like, oh, this isn't meant for me, but I still want to strive to do it?
No, actually, I haven't really thought of about that before. That's a good question. Anything that I've tried, I've either continued with, or I just haven't tried.
Okay.
So that's it. I don't know if there's something out there that I'm
You
missing.
haven't thought about it?
No,
Like, you never thought to go to Rottnest?
I've never thought to go
To be
to
fair, I
Rottnest.
haven't been probably in 15 years or something, because no one else has asked me. I probably I have thought about. I'm actually writing a book at the moment. Part of it's set on Rottnest, and I've been just on Google Maps, just in the 3D mode, trying to remember all these places I used to go as a kid.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm like, I should just go to the island.
Especially in summer.
Yeah, but it's also a lot busier in summer.
I know you can hire. I think they're called segways. Something like that.
I'm thinking of getting a job
on
a Segway tour guide.
That'd be awesome.
This is my dream, is to be a tour guide.
That would be so fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've set up a job alert for tour guides, and I keep getting Segway ones, and I'm like, maybe I should apply to be a Segway tour guide.
Might be a sign.
Yeah.
It's telling you something.
Well, its algorithm is telling you that because I've put those keywords into it. We're all controlled by the algorithm now. Is there any destiny left?
Any destiny left?
Like serendipity? Is that the word?
Yeah, I believe things happen for a reason.
Or is it all just the algorithm?
No.
No.
There's definitely...
Something special still remaining.
There is. You've got to believe in it.
Oh, we're talking about going to Europe.
Oh, yes.
So you got off on the bus.
Yeah.
In France. What do you do?
France.
Like in Paris, and you go to the Arc de Triomphe? And
Yeah. We drove from...
Do you stop anyway?
Where we stopped. Yeah, so if it was a long bus day, like 7 hours, we'd have probably 2 stops. Usually at a
How long does it take to
petrol
drive
station.
from the coast to Paris? Is that your first stop, Paris?
Paris was the first stop, yeah. Gosh, I don't think we got into Paris until somewhere like 5 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
We left London at 7 a.m. Got on the ferry around 8-ish, I think.
So you just driving?
Just driving. Yeah. And then the days that we were off, it would probably be like 48 hours in whatever country or city. Got to explore.
On the highways?
Really quickly. Yep.
So what's kind of the rhythm? Paris, how long did you spend in Paris, for example, before you moved on?
2 days.
2 days in Paris?
2 days, yeah. Maybe 3.
Mm-hmm.
And then we went to... I actually can't recall.
Was it in France? Or did you go to another country straight away?
No, it was another country. Switzerland.
Okay.
Oh, gosh. Switzerland is a beautiful place. Again, it was just a quick turnaround. 48 hours, if that.
Mm-hmm.
Top deck. London. I love how my images are all in order. Paris.
It's the algorithm now.
Yeah, it is. The way I've ordered it, date stamped.
I got a message today saying you should remember all the other Christmases you've had.
Yeah, well...
It's like, you should remember this. And it's not even Christmas yet. I'm like, what should you be remembering this on the 25th?
Have you ever been to Disneyland?
No. And I think I'm not going to go.
Okay.
Unless forced to by a significant other. I just don't get it. Did you want to go to Disneyland? Did you go to there on the tour?
It was on a day off. So we had a whole day to ourselves in Paris. And we booked Disneyland. Mm-hmm. And it was super fun. I imagine...
But did you ever have ambitions to go to Disneyland?
No. Not really.
I listen to a lot of American
Paris,
podcasts, and that's like, so many of them are like, what are you going to do for your holidays? Oh, we're going to Disneyland. And like, they've never been out of America before.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's their idea of...
Fun. A break.
Yeah, but I'm all for like artificial stuff. Like, sign me up for virtual reality, something. Okay, but to go there more than once sounds psychopathic to me.
You're quite right. They do go multiple times in their
Was it
lifetime.
impressive?
It was impressive. I didn't have anything to compare it to because it was the only Disneyland I've been to.
Well, you've been to Adventureland.
I've been to Adventure World. It certainly
That was your haunt when you were a kid?
Adventure World, yep, definitely.
Have you been recently? They added a heap more stuff.
No, I haven't been recently.
Yeah, I haven't been... They've got like a proper roller coaster apparently.
I was there when the Power Surge and the Rampage were a thing.
God, that seems new to me. Like, I was there when
wow.
all they had was the Bounty's Revenge.
Oh, I love Bounty's Revenge.
Yeah, they took that down. Oh, I think they've actually...
that's sad.
Well, you can't ride it. I think it's still there. Like, they kept the boat and stuck it into like an island as like a shipwreck or something. But,
Right.
in Sydney, I went to Sydney and they had the same Bounty's Revenge, but it goes all the way around.
Oh, that's scary.
That was freaky because I had grown up going on the Adventure World one, which only goes back and forth like a swing. And then you go to Sydney and I was like, let's go on the Bounty's Revenge. And suddenly you're like, oh! And I felt like I was going to fall out because it felt like the strap didn't fit me as a small kid and I was going to fall out.
Yeah. Those straps are scary.
It was actually more scary than all the roller coasters they had. And that place is closed down as well.
Was that in Luna Park? Where?
No, it was like called... Oh. It wasn't one of the catchy names like Dreamworld or Luna. It was...
An amusement park.
Yeah, but it had way more roller coasters than any other park that I've seen in Australia before.
Right.
And it closed down. And I've been on YouTube because people like break in and they've watched them deconstruct all the things. And
Oh, no.
this is the weird ends of the YouTube I go to.
Yeah.
All right, Disney.
Yes. Yeah, look,
Did you go on a ride?
I did.
But they don't have like loop-de-loop roller coasters, do they?
No, they do. It was an Indiana Jones ride, and it was literally
all
less
inside?
than 30 seconds. No, it was outside.
Okay.
And there was a loop-de-loop thing.
Oh, so it's like a regular roller coaster.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It wasn't like exceptionally high or fast or anything like that.
What
It
was the
just
theme? Like, how did they make... Did a rock chase you?
It was Indiana Jones. Look, I think it was just the music and the surrounds looked like
It's
the
probably
desert.
a new thing because they only just bought Indiana
Indiana
Jones.
Jones.
They got it as part of the Star Wars deal.
Yeah.
It came along.
There
It's
was
like,
a massive Star Wars
Yeah.
thing there as well.
would you go back
I would go
to
back.
one of the other ones?
Yes. I
Would you go
wanna
to the
see-
same one?
No, I've seen it.
The Paris one? No.
I've seen it now.
Yeah.
Tick that off the list.
I saw a shooting star. You know, there was the meteor showers tonight.
Oh, really?
The Perseids meteor shower peaked last night. I didn't see any when I was out walking around the river. Something just flashed overhead. Okay, so only one of the days you're in Paris, or the two, where you were on a guided tour, and the other time you were free to do. And then you just went from country to country.
Yep.
Did you ever go to two cities in one country?
Oh, yeah. There were days where, much like that Italian experience you had, where we were driving through countries to get to a country, but never
Okay.
actually came back to visit that country that we drove
okay,
through.
yeah.
Yeah. That was,
What was the highlights then?
Switzerland. Absolutely loved
So we
that
go
place.
back and just do a dedicated Switzerland trip?
Absolutely, I would. It's on.
I would love to go there.
I really want to see the Northern Lights and do Scandinavia and see more of Switzerland and just do that side of the world. It's beautiful.
I watched Midsummer. Have you seen that? It's like a horror movie that came out. It's like
Midsummer.
It's like a Swedish cult movie.
I don't do horror movies.
Neither do I, but this was like, oh, this is auteur horror, man.
Oh, okay.
Got to watch it. You
Sure.
know.
And it wasn't scary.
It's not really scary, but it's very violent.
Oh, yeah.
You know, people's
Saw?
jaws being separated from their heads and stuff.
I can deal with that. If it's gruesome, no worries. But if it's scary, I'm out.
Yeah. Well, because the whole thing is it's all in daylight because the sun doesn't set, you know,
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah.
because it's the middle of summer out there.
Yeah.
Or if it only sets for an hour or something. So what was the highlights? Switzerland.
Switzerland, we went to
Did you go hiking?
Mount Titlis. This is the name of the mountain. It was freezing.
You found that amusing? You found that amusing?
I didn't. Look, it's the name. But
Okay.
there's a thing that you do when you're a female and you're on the top of the mountain, and I'm sure you can use your
Oh, right.
imagination.
This is one of those things you see on Instagram where it's
Yes,
like
yes,
a
it
bunch
is.
of girls in a row going, yeah.
Correct. I did
Did all the girls on the
participate
bus
in
do
that. They sure did.
You didn't pass it.
No, I was going up and down the luge rides. That was fun.
With
And it
real
wasn't
life?
cold. Hey?
With real life?
Oh, absolutely. Yep.
you
it
went
was-
on a real luge.
Well, I think it was
Was
a
it
real
bobsleigh?
luge.
Luge
There
is just
was-
one, you're just by yourself. There's no other person with you.
Yeah, that's right.
But you're not talking about toboggan.
Nope, not a toboggan.
It's like ice.
Oh, ice. Legit
They
ice.
let you... I thought it was really dangerous for people who don't know what they're doing.
Look, it was really close to the edge of the mountain, but they had built up the snow in such a way that you could just
Oh, this is designed...
Yeah.
It wasn't like an Olympic track or anything.
Oh, no, nothing
This is
like
designed
that.
for tourists.
It was fun.
Yeah.
It was a fun thing.
Man, that would be fun. So it was
Yeah.
actually... You went in summer and it was still
Cold.
snowing, yeah.
It was cold. It didn't snow. We had a really awesome clear day. It was freezing.
There was
I'd say
snow on the
probably
ground.
10 degrees. Oh, it was ice, definitely.
Yeah.
And when you're going to Europe in summer, you don't prepare for that kind of thing. So no one was really prepared for ice. Icy
Okay.
weather.
Was that weird going from... Was it hot at the bottom of the mountain?
No.
No. Okay.
Switzerland, well, maybe
When was it?
5
When did you go? Was it
degrees
May?
It was June.
Okay.
Like first week of June, we were there.
Their summers aren't like our summers.
Yeah, it was summer.
Did you find it cold, though?
In Switzerland, it was cold.
Just
every
in
other
Switzerland?
every
Okay.
other place was perfectly fine.
I went up...
Very warm.
We went up Mount... I was there for a wedding in France and went up Mount Blanc, which I think one corner of it might be in Switzerland. It's like one of those mountains that's like in the corner of 3 different countries. That was where I went to Italy for 5 minutes because there's a tunnel through the middle of it.
Yeah.
And that was weird going, you're in summer and then you get on a ski lift and you go up and you go up so high on the ski lift that you actually get altitude sickness,
Oh my gosh.
and you're in snow suddenly, and you can't even see.
Yeah.
You can't even see in front of you because it's just
That's remarkable. And then like less than an hour or however long, you're back down into the...
Although it's I've been on people on Tasmania on my Instagram. There's snow in Tasmania right at the moment. So
At the moment.
apparently, at least last weekend, there was
Look,
people I follow that were hiking through the snow in Tasmania.
every year without fail, half of Australia will be, on fire, and
Yeah.
another half of it will be in flooding
Yeah.
or snowing. I just think that's mind-blowing, really.
Do you follow that stuff on Instagram? Like, I follow these people from Tasmania just because I want to go to Tasmania. I daydream about going.
There are definitely places that I follow just because I want to go there one day.
Yeah. What's next?
Maybe Canada or Japan or some kind of Scandinavian thing.
Yeah.
One of those three.
Did you go to Scandinavia on the tour?
No.
What country did you do?
Italy, France, London, or England, Croatia. Croatia, we were there for 3 days. It was rainy during those 3 days, so we didn't really get out and see much. Netherlands, Czech Republic, Berlin. Berlin was really great. I spent 3 days, I think, in Berlin. Seeing the wall was amazing. They've completely made it a really positive thing and have lots of artwork on the 1.2 Ks that exists of it still.
Do you have any weird German food?
No, I'm not that adventurous when it comes to food. I stick to the tried and tested stuff.
Really? So you didn't try anything weird?
I didn't. In France, the option was there to have snail and frog legs, and I politely declined, and I had macaroons instead. So
Okay.
I think I won.
But so they took you to... Is that like, oh, you got to come for the snails? So they took you to a restaurant that had snails?
No, we had a picnic by the Eiffel Tower. And in the picnic, I guess, box of food, there were all the beautiful things like the breads and the cheeses and the sweets and the frog legs and snails.
I've been to France more than anywhere else. And I stayed a month in Paris, and the best part was going to the boulangerie or something and getting a baguette and making a cheese and ham baguettes,
Yes, so
getting
simple,
that.
so tasty.
I could just eat that till I die, I think, those
Yeah.
kind of things. Is that what you had?
Well, yeah, I had
At this snail picnic?
of baguettes, minus the snail and frog's legs.
Okay. All right. So what did you eat in Germany? Just whatever.
Germany was one of the last stops, and I really was just craving good, boring food. So we got burgers one night.
Okay.
It was tasty.
But there's anything interesting you came across? The difference is boring food in Europe different to boring food in Perth? Because, in America on the
flavour.
podcast, they eat way more Mexican because I guess
they
they're really
do.
close to Mexico.
Yeah.
I find in Perth, everyone's like, oh, let's go have Thai.
Yeah.
Thai is really common here to have as an exotic meal rather than their equivalent of Thai is Mexican.
Yeah.
Everyone's going to get a burrito.
That's so true. The tacos or nachos or whatever they're on. Yeah.
And they're trying to do that. They're trying to bring that here. I've seen so many different Mexican chains trying to get going here. But so you didn't have any Croatian dishes?
Yeah, we
So they're trying to
had
force you
a stewy type dish. It was nice. It was nice.
You're not into the food.
The thing with, it was only 6 months ago, but I feel because it was so fast paced,
Yeah.
and I was just capturing as many shots as I could, I don't really know if I took it in properly.
Yeah, you
It
think you have to
seems
go
like
back
a
without
memory.
a camera.
Yeah.
This is
And
why I've
without
taken
48
Instagram off
other
my phone.
people.
Although I still end up taking photos and bring it home and airdropping to my iPad and posting it. Sometimes I think I should just get one of those Apple Watches that has a phone in it, but it has no camera. Mm-hmm. So your boss can still get a hold of you, but you can't take any photos, or you can't really go on Instagram on it.
Yeah.
And maybe you'll live life better.
Look, people have done this.
Do you ever worry about this?
Before.
I mean, you obviously stopped doing the photo a day thing.
I still take photos, but I just keep them to myself now.
Okay.
Or if there's a special thing that I want to post, I'll be like,
Yeah.
let's put this up.
Okay. So that was it? Where'd you come home? Did you have to drive back to London, or did they let you fly home?
We got
where
the
you
ferry
stopped?
across again.
Okay.
Yeah,
So you did a
and
loop.
I left the next day. Yeah.
All right. And how was it? 28 days?
27 days.
27 days. Okay. And you went as far as Croatia and then back.
That's right.
And you think you'll go back to Switzerland?
Absolutely. And Italy. And probably...
Would you do a tour again?
Prague. Yes. I do like everything being planned for me, and I just need to wake up, get on the bus and go.
Okay. Yeah.
But a smaller tour.
Yeah.
Like smaller in terms of duration and the number of people that will be attending.
If I was going to go to Japan, I would...
Oh, yeah.
Because I did go to France. One time I went to France, got one of those sort of train passes.
Yep.
And you got 8 rides on the TGV or something over a month. And so I didn't do that as a tour. I just went from sort of city to city or small towns even. And that was so cool. And they have a really full-on railway system in Japan as well. So I kind of want to do that. Apparently it's a lot more expensive.
Like bullet trains and stuff.
Yeah. Apparently bullet trains are kind of like taking first-class planes or something. It's not cheap, I don't think. But I would just see where the train take me. I wouldn't.
Yeah. I've often thought of that. If I could just get another month off work, just rock up at the airport and say, hey, give me a ticket to somewhere cool. Don't tell me where it is, though. And then get on the plane and go.
How much annual leave do you get?
I don't know how much I've got left. I used the 4 weeks in June for Europe, so...
And that was,
maybe
2 weeks saved up from 2 years? Or do you get 4 weeks a year?
4 weeks a year.
Okay.
So I've probably
Can you save them up?
2 weeks. Yeah, I don't go... I'm hardly sick, so I never take sick leave, and I hardly go anywhere, so I never have... I've always got my annual leave there, yeah.
So what's next? You're happy? Or
pretty satisfied.
Are you looking for jobs?
I'm pretty satisfied with what I'm doing. Working in a university environment is great. Mm-hmm. There are many, many different offices that you can work in.
Yeah.
So I probably won't change location, but yeah, another adventure would be
Have you thought about moving somewhere else?
I've thought about moving interstate. I've thought about moving to different countries. That idea always plays in my head, but
Can you get an Italian passport?
I don't think so.
Do you have a European passport?
Mm-mm.
No. Okay.
My parents are born here, so...
Okay.
Yeah.
Recently in Australia we've had this issue where people just accidentally are citizens of another country. The politicians.
Yes, politicians in particular.
Just because their great cousin or something was born during the years of 1962 to 63, which means you're automatically granted a citizenship of this country, and now you're not eligible to stand for government. Blah blah blah. So what's the 10-year plan? Where do you see yourself in 10 years? Or 5 years?
5 years, it's more personal rather than professional.
Would you have kids?
Yeah, at least one would be nice. See how that goes. Hopefully I don't...
Obviously you don't want a classroom full of them.
No, that's fine. Look at the city. All the lights are on.
I know. It's quite a house of serenity.
Yeah. It's beautiful.
We've got the eternal flame flickering in our faces.
A couple of ducks swimming in the pond.
I know, they get quite close to it. Maybe they like the heat. But I've watched them get really close. I'm like, oh, and the flame just drifts over from the wind. I'm like, oh, you're going to get your feathers burned.
No, look, this one's going for it.
Yeah. Oh. So they get right in. They get right underneath
they go
it.
under it.
They go under the flame. They're really risking it. I bet they like the warmth, but...
It's burning pretty strong, that flame, actually.
Everyone stopped to see, they're going to burn themselves. What's the next project?
It really, honestly, should be my garden.
Yeah.
My backyard in particular.
Do you think about these things now?
Oh, all the time.
Do you have a guest room?
Yeah, I do. Yep. It's all set up for if friends or family want to come over.
You didn't meet any Europeans to make friends with and get them to come over?
No, it was too quick to establish any
This is the problem with the guided tour. You need to... Oh, have you ever been on a... what do they call them? It's the trip that people go on to Europe, very boozy.
Oh, like a Kentucky. Ah, so Top Deck's supposed to be one up from Kentucky. It's supposed
more
to be
sophisticated.
Correct. Everyone likes to go have a good night out in every single country that you stop in. It's just maybe it doesn't have the same rep as a Kentucky tour.
Did you make any friends? Or you went with a friend?
I went with a friend. Yeah.
Were they from Australia as well?
Oh, yes. Yep.
Had they been to Europe before?
No, that was her first time as well.
How did it come up to go? You're like, I've never been to Europe. were you both saying? We've never been to Europe and we've got to do
It came about because I tend to post like throwbacks from New Zealand because that's my favourite country. I love New Zealand.
I've never been to New Zealand. I'd like to go there.
Oh, go to New Zealand. Queenstown, South Island in particular.
Did you
it's
do that
like
as a tour?
Postcard. No, I did that by myself.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like
Went
hired a car?
skydiving. It was so fun. No, I didn't hire a car. So it was just me, but I had like day tours out.
Okay.
Yeah, but not like a massive...
From Auckland?
Bus.
Like or were you based somewhere?
I've done it twice. So the first time it was North Island and South Island, so Auckland and Queenstown. And then the second time it was just Queenstown because I love that place. Yeah.
I kind of want to go to do a tour of the Commonwealth. Like, I haven't been to Canada, haven't been to New Zealand, haven't been to Tasmania.
Yeah. I'd like to try
Technically part of
Tassie as
Australia,
well.
but- Oh, well, it's been lovely meeting you.
Thank you, James. You too.
Thanks for coming, being part of this experiment. I can't wait to hear your thoughts on Rottnest when you eventually go.
I will. I'll post it.
Maybe you'll come back and do a Rottnest review.
Sure.
You know, in how many years it will take you to go.
In 2020, I'll make it happen.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Do you have New Year's resolutions for next year? Do you do things like that? Like,
Oh, not really. I just kind of hope that the next year is better than the last.
yeah. I've done a few of those things that I did sober October, so no drinking in October, and then I did NaNoWriMo, which is you have to write 50,000 words in November.
Wow. I've not heard of that. Was it successful for you?
It was. I did both of them.
Oh, excellent.
So maybe I should do more of those things, more 30-day things, 30-day challenges.
They're achievable.
You did 365
I did.
Insta things.
I did it once.
You haven't thought about doing other challenges like that? No?
No.
Yeah.
No. 365 was hard, actually, but
Would you put your Instagram page on here?
on here.
Like, for people listening,
Sure.
so they can
Dianna
stalk
Roma.
you? Sorry?
That's my name.
Dianna.
Roma.
Roma.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's my last name.
It is Italian.
Very much so.
I'll link it in the show notes, but if you can't work out how to spell that, it's
Have a
been
good
lovely.
night.
All right, bye.
Bye.